Hey Roman, this is good for you too. Please, I'd appreciate it. Okay, y'all, so we got a big tournament coming up, okay? Like I said, we're going to need everyone's help to do this. There's going to be 4 divisions. That means we need 4 reps per division. And plus those reps are fighting too. So so we got to get as many people trained up on this as possible, okay? So we did a lot of repping over the weekend, okay? And some of y'all may see yourselves in this briefly, okay? We will not be highlighting too many errors, okay? And there are errors that everyone can make, okay? So it's okay. All right, don't worry about it. You'll probably see my own errors. You're going to see my own errors as well, okay? First thing I want to note, okay? People are not doing enough. When you're reffing, you should bias towards the defense, okay? So you know how in a court of law, innocent until proven guilty, right? Okay. So the other way you can do this is innocent until proven guilty, or living until proven dead, okay? Or unhit until proven hit, basically, okay? So you're looking to confirm a hit. You're not looking to confirm a not hit, if that makes any sense, okay? So if there's any question about whether there was a hit or not, you assume there was not, okay? All right. So that's why when both referees are abstaining on the same side, you assume nothing happened over there, right? Okay. All right, and then also, we have a lot of cases where assault returns are happening. That means people are parrying and then they're counterattacking and then they're hitting on the head. It's an assault return, okay? It's eligible for both bonus points, right? Okay. In this case, people
for 4 total?
No. You only get 1 of it, okay? But people have been preferentially calling it a headshot, okay? I want people to start highlighting that it is a return. It happens a lot more than people think, but since it's a headshot, they'll bias towards the headshot simply because it's easier to call, okay? But I would like the returns to be called more often, okay? Because I want to highlight that those things are happening. Also, when you're highlighting that, it means that you're paying attention to what's happening, okay? To be able to call a return, you have to understand intent. You have to understand what people are doing and why they're doing it, okay? That means paying attention not just to where the hits are happening, but also what someone is doing in context, okay? So I do want to practice that just a little bit, okay? All right, before I really get into it, I'm going to show you the extent that you can see how Okay, so this is a match from SummerSlash 2, okay? And you're going to see, that's Tony in the back there. You're going to see Tony launch a volley of attacks, okay? You tell me which ones landed, okay? That's 1. That's 2. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10, and then he finally gets hit, okay? So there were like 10 or 11 attempts there, okay? Are there any guesses as to which of those actually hit?
The first one.
The first one?
None of them.
So that's a fair guess.
At least 1.
At least 1, okay, that's a good guess as well, okay? All right, so here's an example. I'm the ref in the back, okay? So I can tell you, I feel it's fair to point out some errors because I'm pointing out mine, okay? All right, so that was ruled in favor of Nick, okay? That's Nick Richardson, okay, in the green. I'll rewind it back to see what happened there. Parry, 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 and a hit right there, okay? So he earned a full score on that exchange, okay? In fact, if you go over it very carefully, he was hit right here on that one, okay? You have to go through it frame by frame to see it, okay? Trish was also reffing, neither one of us saw it, okay? So, but it doesn't mean that we were wrong, okay? You bias towards defense, okay? If you think the defense may have failed, that's not enough, okay? You bias towards the defense, okay? So, in this case, when we go back and look at it carefully, sure, we made a mistake, and yet we made the correct call in context, if that makes sense, okay? All right, so always bias towards the defensive action. Does everyone understand? Okay, all right, so be very sure that there was a hit. Okay, so that's a little demonstration of that. Okay, now let's look at a couple of exchanges. And here we go, a little bit slow mo so we got some good. Yeah, it just kind of clips the top of it. Okay. All right. So let's look at a couple different exchanges. Okay. Like I said, to understand the returns, you have to understand context. Okay, what's happening. Okay. So what we're going to do is walk through some of these fights. Okay, and look and try to understand how to narrate them. Okay. So when I narrate, what that means is I say, Ken goes first. Okay. Joanna blocks it, counterattacks. Ken tries to block it, fails, and gets hit. Okay. That's how you walk through a fight. Okay. So when two refs don't understand each other's calls, like I go this way and they go that way, how are you supposed to reconcile that? You can just throw it out, sure, but if you're a good ref, you'll walk through the fight, make sure you both understand what you're calling, okay, and then you can make a good decision that way, okay? So we're going to try to do some narration here today, okay? So I'm going to do the first one for you guys, so you guys get an idea of what we're doing, right? All right, here I go. That's me on the left, that's Joanna on the right. Okay, so that was pretty simple, okay? There was plenty happening, but there was a pause, okay? And I'm only going to narrate the last exchange, okay? Who went first? I did. I went first. I opened the engagement, okay?
Didn't he ignore my call?
Huh?
Didn't he ignore my call?
I don't know. We'll do it later, okay? We'll talk about that later, okay? All right, so I opened the engagement, okay? So I went first. Did I hit? No?
Yeah, you did. Perfect.
Okay, I did. Okay, all right, I did. Okay, it's okay. Sorry, I did. All right, and then what was her response? She countered with an attack, right? And she also hit me as well, right? Okay. All right. So we can see it in slow mo, I believe. Okay. I open engagement, and she responds. Okay. All right. All right. So, Jeremiah, your signal's wrong, right? You're incorrect, right? Right? But that's not what I'm here to tell you about, okay? The point is, you actually couldn't see, right? You're not in position to see what happened, right? You're looking at my back, okay? So, this isn't what we're talking about here today, but remember, the refs should move to make sure they have a good view, right? Okay, so we're here for narration, okay? So I open the engagement, okay? I hit first, she responds, okay? And she hits me, okay? Very simple, okay? That is a staggered double, okay? That's a basic 1-point attack for me, okay? Alright, so it's nice and simple, okay? Alright, so we'll go to the next one. Alright, again, me and Joanna. Alright, that was a good call, by the way. Alright, so let's see, who would like to try? Tell you what, let's do it together. Who opened the engagement? Joanna opened the engagement, right? She did initial attack to the flank. Okay? Alright, what was the response? What? Okay, did her attack land?
Yes.
It did?
No, it didn't look like it.
This is the call, guys.
Okay, yeah, you can see the call. Alright, okay, that's correct. It did not hit. Okay, why didn't it hit? What was the response? Yeah, I did defend it. Okay, let's watch it again. Okay, we'll do it slow mo. Engagement and my response, the deflection. Okay, then what did I do? And remember? Huh? Return. I did a return, right? Okay. And counterattacked. Okay. All right. Okay. Did it land? It did land. All right. Did she attempt to interfere with it? She did actually, very barely. Okay. Watch it again. At the very last moment, she tried to defend it. Okay. All right. Okay. It's a little bit of intent. Okay. All right. So the way we might break that down is Joanna opens the engagement. Okay. Attack does not arrive. Kang defends successfully. Okay. Then Kang returns the attack. Okay. Joanna attempts to deflect it, fails. Attack arrives on the head as a return. So that's an assault return. That's 3 points exactly. Okay. All right. All right. Let's try two more. Oh yeah, this is where he puts me out there. that was also. All right, that's Daniel and Trish. Okay. So, what was the? Okay, that one's a little bit complicated. Okay, but who threw the first attack? Daniel threw the first attack. Okay. Did it arrive? No. Okay. All right. So, what was Trisha's response? Block. She used the shield. Right. Okay. Was it successful? Seems like it. Right. Okay. Then what did she do? She made a return, right? And did it land?
Yeah.
It seemed to land. Okay. What did Daniel do?
He tried to block.
He did try a block. Okay. All right. It's hard to see. Okay. Her blade's actually sneaking under. Okay. All right. Her blade's actually fell underneath it. He didn't get up in time. Okay. All right. So it's okay if you're not seeing the secondary action, the final attempt to block. It's okay. It's a little hard to see. Okay. But so this is how we break things down into pieces. Okay. So when you don't understand what your secondary ref has called, you're going to meet together and try to explain to each other what you saw, each step by step. So, for example, Angie's my secondary, okay, and I'll say, all right, Angie, I saw an initial attack from Daniel. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, did his attack arrive?
No, first block the attack.
I agree. I agree that there was a shield. Okay, the shield was successful.
Yeah, she attacked and then returned.
Okay, I thought the shield was unsuccessful actually, and therefore that's why I gave the opposite call. All right. Okay. So now if you rewind it, if we gave opposite calls, now you understand where you don't understand each other in the exchange, right? Okay. At that point, you can start to ask who had the better view, or something like that, or are you sure? Are you sure? Turns out I'm not that sure. I think we'll go with your call instead, right? Okay. So that's how you work this out with your referee. Okay. Let's do one more. Okay, and then we're going to spend the rest of tonight doing friendly matches, and we're going to try to have a referee there who's going to try to walk through each exchange and try to get things right. Okay, so let's do one more. Yeah. Yeah, he was very sassy actually.
Oh, maybe he'll get it. No, not there yet. Technical earlier might have gotten that. Oh! 3-point assault for Jeremiah.
Nice.
Jeremiah takes it.
All right, guys. So good job on that one, Jeremiah. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is the last one. Okay. So this was a little different. All right.
Yeah. Heck of a play.
So we have so much commentary. Okay. So, all right. So this was a little different. All right. So there was other stuff happening beforehand, but we'll have to look at the final engagement. Right. So who opened the engagement on that?
Daniel Jeremiah.
Jeremiah did. Right.
Daniel Bates, but that doesn't count.
Yeah, okay. All right, yes, that's a good point, okay? So if you're just kind of faking things out, that's not an engagement, okay? You're not actually threatening anything, right? Okay? So Jeremiah opened the engagement, okay? Let's watch it again so we can check, okay?
Get out. Oh, maybe he'll get it. No, not there yet. If he attacked a little earlier, might have gotten that.
Okay, so there was an initial attack earlier, but there was kind of a pause, okay? So that kind of is a separate engagement, okay? So if you'll notice, let me see if we can get it back here. Okay, Jeremiah did, this is a special engagement though, it's not normal, okay? So he did something down here, what is that? So where did he actually hit?
Floor.
No, on the final point, where did he hit?
His chest.
Chest,
Shoulder.
possible neck area, okay? Right? But what is he doing here then?
He's fainting.
He's fainting, exactly. Great. That is a great way to put it, okay? It's a fake out because he went high instead, right? Okay? Alright, watch it again.
3-point assault
Takes
for
low,
Jeremiah.
and then goes high, okay? Alright?
Jeremiah takes.
Okay, so that's how that works, okay? So, who opened the engagement?
Jeremiah.
Okay, with what? With a feint, okay? Then he follows up with an assault, with the actual attack, right? What's the response from Daniel? None, okay? He attempts to evade, fails, and is hit on the head. Jeremiah scores 3 points for the assault, right? Okay? Alright, so why do we want to talk about what the feinting is? Okay, the point is to understand intent, okay? To be able to make your calls well, you have to understand what defenses are trying to do, okay? And knowing what is a feint and what is not helps you understand their intent, okay? All right, So I think we should probably start moving on. So what we'll do here is I like to get everyone breaking up into groups, okay? And I think we got another 20, 30 minutes left. So we're gonna break up into groups, have small, short, friendly matches, and your referee is going to try to break down the ends of the exchange, okay? And understand what was going on, okay? And then after that, the fencers can help that referee understand what was going on, okay? So maybe the ref doesn't totally get it, but the fencers can help them understand what it is, okay? And then we'll move on, get a few more exchanges, then we'll trade in, okay? So we'll do it into like groups of 3, okay? So we're not gonna focus too much on where the hits are, okay? Fencers just tell your ref where the hits are, and then the ref just try to explain to yourself and to the other fencers what just happened. Does that kind of make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay? All right. Are you sticking around at all? Okay. All right. So, Max is fairly experienced at this.
I might not be here too.
Oh. All right. Fine.
Okay.
Jamar then is the most experienced officer here and referee. I was actually getting to you. You were. It's not because he's gone. Okay. I was getting there. All right. All right. It's not because by actions of other officers. Okay. All right. But Angie's also fairly well experienced at this point as well. Okay. 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 All right. So if you have questions, please ask Jamar or myself. Okay. And Angie's fairly experienced as well too. Okay. All right. So let's break up into groups. Okay. About groups of 3. Okay. If you don't have a group, find me, and we'll find you somewhere to go. Okay. And then I'm going to grab Nikolai and Sarah Ann a little bit. Okay. But go ahead and get yourself into a group. I'll grab you when I'm ready. Okay.
We're going to like